So we are told, be angry, but sin not. Commune with your own heart upon your bed and be silent. That is not a rule. That is not a suggestion. That is the key, a hidden law written in the fabric of your being. We are so eager to act outwardly, to express, to explain, to justify. But the real work begins in the stillness, in the silence, in the shadows of your own inner world. It is not with others that you commune. It is not with friends, mentors, teachers, or gurus. It is with yourself, with the God within. For the self of man is God. Do not think of him as a distant being. Do not imagine him up in the clouds, looking down on your life as if it were a play he passively watches. No. God is your own wonderful human imagination, and the imagination is not fiction. It is the source. Whatever you see on the surface, the job you go to, the house you walk through, the person staring back at you in the mirror, these are shadows, projections, echoes of what you hold inside. You want to change your world? Then do not waste time rearranging shadows. Do not beg life to be different. Go to the root. Change the light within. Change the object you are casting from within yourself. For you are the light of the world, and the shadow always bends to the shape of its source. Yes, be angry. Let your emotions rise, but sin not. Meaning, do not externalize your rage. Don't act from it. Don't scatter your energy outward. Instead, gather it like fire in the palms of your soul, and let that intensity fuel your creation. Retreat to your bed, to your place of silence. Close the door, lie still, and listen, not to the outside world, but to the voice within, the silent whisper of I am. That is your name, the name of God, the only name that ever creates. Say it with power, say it with conviction, say it as the author of your reality. I am healthy, I am powerful, I am successful, I am free, I am deeply loved, I am that which I choose to be. And when the doubts come, for they will, do not fight them, do not argue with the evidence of your senses. They are late, they are echoes, they are memories of an old creation. Instead, hold firm to the inner scene and let the world catch up. All of creation, all that you behold is within your own imagination, within the consciousness that declares, I am. Every condition you now face is simply the outpicturing of what you've accepted to be true in silence. No one gave it to you. No one cursed you. You did not inherit limitation. You accepted it. And if you accepted it, you can reject it. If you accepted lack, you can now accept abundance. If you accepted loneliness, you can now accept love. If you accepted struggle, you can now accept grace. But you must choose, and then live as though that choice is already made. The world responds only to your assumption of being, not to your words, not to your effort, not to your prayers screamed into the night, but to the state you occupy. What are you imagining when no one is watching? That is your truth. That is your life. And so the psalmist says, commune with your own heart upon your bed and be silent. Let the world speak all it wants. You do your speaking in silence. You do your creating within. You do your transformation by assuming the feeling of the wish fulfilled. Because when you dare to assume, to walk, speak, think, and live from the state of already being it, the world must mirror your claim. It is law. And yes, it will happen in a way that your conscious mind does not understand. You will not see the threads being pulled. You will not predict the bridge of incidents, but it will unfold, always. So tonight, do not fall asleep in confusion, in regret, in despair. Let that sacred moment before slumber be your altar. For what you accept then, in silence, in depth, in stillness, becomes your world tomorrow. Lie there. Close your eyes and see it. Feel it. Hear the world congratulating you. Smell the air of success. Walk the streets of your new life. Feel the weight of your healed body. Taste the sweetness of your answered prayer. Let it be real to you now, more real than your senses, more true than facts, more solid than stone. And as you fall asleep in that state, your inner world casts a new shadow, and that shadow is your new life. This is the secret few are ever taught. They tell you to hustle harder, to network more, to strive and sweat and prove yourself worthy. But the secret is not in effort, it is in assumption. You do not get what you want, you get what you are. And who you are is not defined by your bank account, your history, your body, or your failures. Who you are is defined by the state you choose to embody now. You say, I am poor, the world says yes, and here's more lack. You say, I am abundant, the world says yes, and here's more to prove it. You say, I am unseen, the world agrees. You say, I am powerful, and the world bends. This is not magic, this is law, this is structure, this is the architecture of reality. And it begins and ends with I am. But you must be intense. You must burn with desire. You must be more than lukewarm, or you'll be spit out by the universe itself. Want to be rich? Then be rich within. Accept that state. Make it natural. Live from it. Not in arrogance, in quiet knowing. And don't explain it, don't argue for it. Just be it. Want to be known? Then know yourself first. See the world recognizing you. See the celebration. Feel the applause. And then let it go. For the seed is planted, and it will grow. You don't need a college degree. You don't need connections. You don't need a plan that stretches 10 years into the future. All you need is to dare to believe that your imagination is the only God that ever was, and that it is always creating. This world is not here to punish you. It is not here to test you. It is here to mirror you. And when you awaken, truly awaken, to the understanding that the world is your mirror, your life becomes art. You came from heaven. You descended into this dream. You forgot your power so that you could rediscover it. You agreed to limitation so that you could break through it. You stepped into this play not as a victim, but as the divine actor, the hidden God, the sleeping Christ. And now, you are remembering. You are remembering that everything is already yours. You are not here to chase. You are not here to plead. You are here to assume. You are here to remember the truth, that all things are already finished, and your only task is to live from the end, not toward it, not in hope of it, but from it. Can you walk in the feeling of the wish fulfilled when the world says you're foolish? Can you sit in the ashes of what was and still feel the joy of what will be? Can you remain loyal to the unseen when all around you demands proof? That is power. That is faith. That is creation. This life is not about fixing the outer world. It's about rising in consciousness, about remembering that every man's world is himself pushed out, that no one to change but self means exactly that. If you want your circumstances to change, you must change the assumptions you hold within. Not just for a moment, not just when it's easy, but every day, especially when it's hardest. That's when the test is real. That's when the new you is formed. And you will feel the war inside, the pull of the old man. The voice that says, "This is who I've always been. This is just the way life is." But you must not listen. That voice is the echo of a dying self. Do not resurrect him. Instead, feed the new man with vision. Feed him with praise. Feed him with imagination, and walk boldly into your becoming. You are not defined by your past. You are not shaped by others' opinions. You are not limited by what has been. You are the operant power, the one who chooses. And your choice, your assumption, is law. So walk like it, stand like it, think like it, speak like it. When you wake, don't just react to the day, create it. Before your feet hit the floor, enter the state you desire. Hear the words of approval. See the face of the one you love. Feel the freedom, the safety, the wealth. And then walk out into the world, not to get it, but to express it. Your job is not to chase results. Your job is to remain in state. Your job is not to figure out the how. Your job is to live in the done. You do not need to see the path. You only need to be the destination. And yes, things will shift. People will fall away. Opportunities will close. Doors will slam. Don't panic. Don't run back to your old assumptions. That is not rejection. It is rearrangement. It is life saying, you have chosen a new reality, so I must remove what no longer belongs. Trust that. If you persist, and you will, the world will bow. It cannot help but mirror the image you've claimed inside. And then you will look around one day and realize you've become it. Not because of luck, not because of effort, but because you knew. You knew who you were, and you refused to be anything less. This is the Great Awakening. The moment the Son of God within you rises, the moment you look into the mirror and see not the past, but the promise, not the pain, but the purpose, and you will walk forward, no longer hoping, but knowing, no longer reacting, but creating, no longer asking, but assuming. Say it now, I am, the one I've always dreamed of becoming. I am the author of my reality. I am whole, worthy, chosen, and free. And if the world tries to contradict you, smile, let it scream, let it doubt, let it mock. And then, turn inward, commune with your own heart, and be silent. For in that silence, the work is done, the seed is planted, and the harvest is inevitable. Now go and live from the end. It is already yours.